Okay, good morning. This is Gurudat Tandigar from Davangere. Okay, so we are starting our next chapter, which is polynomials. So all the questions that I will be solving will be from LBA, lesson based assessment material released by Karnataka State Board. Okay, so before I start solving problems, I will give a simple brief explanation of what this chapter is going to be, what this chapter is going to be like. Little theoretical conceptual details. First is degree of a polynomial. You already know this. You have studied in 8, 9 standards. Okay. So to brief out, degree of a polynomial is the highest power of the variable, which is x. In P of x is called the degree of the polynomial. Every year in board exams, in MCQs, we are getting one problem from this concept. They are giving some equation, a polynomial, and asking the students the degree of the polynomial. Okay, so polynomial of degree 1 is called as linear polynomial. So what is the degree? The highest power of the variable. Here if you don't have anything, we consider it as 1. So P of x is equal to x plus b is called the standard form of linear equation, where a and b belongs to real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. And one example is 2x plus 3. Next is the polynomial of degree 2, quadratic equation or quadratic polynomial. We have a whole chapter on quadratic polynomial, which is for 8 marks. Okay, remember that. And the standard form of this quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, wherein a, b, c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. And example is 3x square minus 4x plus 5. Just one example. Then the polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Okay, the standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. A, b, c and d are real numbers and a not equal to 0. Then moving on to the next concept, which is called as zeros of a polynomial, very important. A real number k is said to be a zero of a polynomial. 0 is also called the solution or the root of a polynomial. P of x are precisely the x coordinates of the points. Okay, where x coordinates of the points where the graph of y of x, p of x intersects the x axis, which you will get the details in few problems. Okay, for example, we have a Cartesian coordinate system and we have a graph. Okay, I say for example a line, okay, a straight line. So this point where the line meets the x axis, this becomes the zero of the polynomial p of x. So wherever the curve meeting the x axis, that point, the coordinate of that point becomes the zero of a polynomial. If it's a straight line, it's a linear polynomial. If it's a parabola, then it's a quadratic polynomial. If it is some other curve, okay, then it is a cubic polynomial. Okay, so that about this brief. Okay, so we'll continue with this chapter of polynomials and problems on that. Thank you.